So this is actually a great question, and I wanted to make a video on it because I actually have a few things to say about this. So my main Bible app is the Life Bible from Tecarta Inc. And if you've had this app as long as I have, it actually used to be called the Tecarta Bible. And what's so cool about this app for me is all the features that it comes with. One of the features that I love about it is it basically has every translation on there, and that includes also the translations that have changed over time. So for a quick example, the New American Standard Bible, you have the 1995 edition, but also the 2020 edition. And with all these Bible apps, as long as you are connected to the internet, you can use them at any point in time. You just can't download them unless you actually purchase them. So again, I've had this app for a while, so I actually have purchased quite a bit of the Bibles that I do have in rotation, especially study Bibles. So a few times in some of my older videos, you guys have heard me talk about the Tony Evans Study Bible. I specifically bought it through this app. Because while I do love having a study Bible, unfortunately, they take up a lot of space the more you have. So a completely digital one worked completely fine for me. One of the other features that I love is the ability to highlight and underline individual words in the passage. So case in point, let's say in verse 24, I want to underline the word remain, right? Normally in most Bible apps, you tap on it, it highlights the whole entire verse. But if you long press on remain, then it brings up the options here at the bottom to either make it fully blue, change the color, or if I just want to underline, I hit the underline button and now I can underline it instead. And of course, as you saw, you have such things as plans, touch points, study notes, all of that's in there contained in one app. But the biggest feature, the one that made me officially switch over, is the fact that it does not have a daily counter. So like most of us who grew up in this age of smartphones, the YouVersion Bible app was the first Bible app ever created for smartphones. But a few years ago, they started adding in a daily counter, where basically it would keep track of how often are you opening up their app every single day. Not how often you're opening up your word, it's how often you open up their apps. And every once in a while, I would get tired of being in my app and want to go use my physical Bible. But then when I would go back in the YouVersion, it would then bring me back down to 0, telling me my longest streak was 100-something days, and acting like, well, you weren't in the Word yesterday. But I was. And my issue was as a believer who'd been baptized since he was 7, who's also a preacher. If I got discouraged seeing that counter go back to 0, what can that do to a brand new believer who just got saved and looking to have the Bible on their phone? But that's why I stopped using YouVersion and went fully over to Tecarta. And the more I use it, the more features I find about it, and I love it. It's just a great studying tool. So that was a bit of a different video today, but as always, it's good news to know that we live in a day and age where we can have our Bibles in our pockets. Love y'all. Shalom.